Okay everyone, welcome. This is CaithUI Classic. It's the current version of my interface and it's quite different to what I usually play around with, but I try to mimic the classic style in SLD and vanilla to reflect with my interface design philosophies, and it turned out quite cool, not gonna lie. I'm really digging it. And yeah, this is a showcase of the UI, and I will talk about a little bit of the configuration later as well. So uh, at first glance you can see I added way more action bars for you guys because I know everyone needs them. I have a lot of action bars hidden with all my hotkeys, and my warrior actually does need a bit more. But yeah, I will show you the UI and in combat and the configuration as well. So as you can see, I have portraits back and try to mimic like the classic style of the interface a bit more, and yeah, it's the same with the casting bars. They are like all themed to the UI. I even added like some combo point indicator for like shadowpriest mind spikes, and it's really awesome. I like the style. It's super neat, super cool. It's done in Dominus. It's very simple. You can press configure bars and then you see action bar 1 and action bar 2. And with shift right click you can just enable them and they are automatically shown below. So if you like me and only lose like a couple spells visible because you have everything hotkeyed on the side, which I do here, like on the left side are all my hotkeys and most of the hotkeys I use, and on the bottom I have like the last ones on the side. But you can just disable the side action bars if you don't need them. It's very simple, as I've shown you. Configure bars and just hide it. Another thing I did in the middle frame, as you can see, it is an actual it is an action button, so you can just put like a macro there with like different show tooltip if you like that, or just a big cooldown if you want to track it. A lot of stuff you can do. It's yeah, whatever you prefer. Okay, that's like for the action bar style. Another thing I changed now is I organize the weak auras. You always know I play a lot with weak auras. Every background you see here, those are multiple weak auras like stacked over another, and some are even like custom made to create like the style I was going for. As you can see here, I have the CaithUI Classic weak aura, and it's like everything neatly organized. So if you, for example, want to change some stuff, you can just dig deeper into those folders and find the stuff you were looking for. One thing is especially noteful is those proc frames on the bottom. You see it like I have like an inner fire indicator or like a victory rush indicator for my warrior. In the middle, if you want to add a specific stuff to that, it's very simple to do. You can just go to the random stuff section. There's a buff tracking weak aura, and this shows like the line below. And if you can see here, if I don't have inner fire, it will just pop out here, and you can just use it to track your other certain abilities like you would normally do. You can just add them here in this dynamic group, or you can just enable stuff I have already coded for other classes like warrior. And the warrior procs is the one above, so you can see like here like victory rush, overpower, or whatever it is you want to track for those one. Okay, this is the weak auras here, Then of course, if you like to move specific unit frames, I can show you this in Pitbull as usual. You have a layout config mode simulator. For example, if I show the party frames, they appear on the left side. They have class portraits as well. They're just not loaded right now. And you can move the party frames in the group section party, and then just move those position offsets to your likings, to whatever place you want them, right? Same goes for the player and for the target frame, of course. I have them currently very low, so I have a little bit more space in the middle where my character actually is. So if you want to change those to a higher size, you can just go to mount up. You can just go to the units. Should run away from the stupid lines here. You can just go to a player and position and change like the offsets here to really put that in a different spot to whatever place you prefer. Like -200, and it will appear way higher as usual. So just play around with whatever you fancy. It's a bit more chunky. You see the group frames here as well. So as you can see here, you have like important frames in the middle, like Victory Rush, Flagellation, Buff Tracker, all the good juice. It helps you keep track of your border cooldowns or procs, like this overpower here. Just simple press it. All good. This is like a missing battle shout, and the weird HP shout. So you can just see everything's like focused on the middle, where your eyes usually are. And that's like one of the main reasons I don't play with the unit frames on the top left. But you can, of course, if you prefer that, just move it back to the left, because it's very simple to do with Pitbull, as I showed earlier, right? Let's chop them here up a bit. As you can see, I have a custom swing timer. So if I, for example, cue Heroic Strike, you can see it changes here in the middle. The same goes for Cleave, just a different color and a different name, of course. So it's a clear indicator of what your current next attack spell is like queued up with. I think it's very helpful in playing the warrior. Okay, let's make a fresh tune. We just copied every folder and renamed it to the new character I'm going to create. Let's call him CaithUI Classic. Let's go check add-ons, CaithUI Classic here, and you see I didn't upload like Auctionate and stuff. You can just use your own stuff for that, but I only upload like the most important things. Yeah, enter the world, and we will configure the UI together.
What?
Okay, as you can see from the first glance, the weak hours got ported correctly. So you see like the minimap got here, and Dominos isn't loaded, Pitbull isn't loaded, but we're gonna do that right now. It's the usual reflux command. You type /reflux caith HC in case sensitive 3, and then press return. It will reload the UI. oh, sorry, that was switch needed. Reflux switch case HC3. Then it will reload the UI. Okay. Yeah, that looks way better now. So, we have to check if the nameplates are loaded correctly and the comp text is loading correctly as well. So we're gonna just look at them. Yeah, the planes area looks good. This is all pretty and perfect. So you can see this is everything loaded. You have my swing timer and everything is beautiful done with one command. You can even check like all the add-ons like MSBT. This is like CaithUI Classic or CaithHCC. Both are working properly. Plato works, and yeah, so you can just enjoy the UI from with just one chat command, like the copy paste and changing of your account names and alt name, server name is like the hardest part, and in game it's usually pretty simple, especially if you play in my resolution. Of course, if you don't have a node to write, you have to like fit everything a bit together. You might even have to adjust the UI scale if you go to the options and just search for UI scale. You can see the resolution or the UI scale is at 100% because it's default. If you check this and change the slider, you can see it will drastically decrease like the amount of space everything took up. Like if you go to 90%, everything will be a bit smaller. Let me see. Or should be at least. if it's workable. Maybe it doesn't work right now for me here. Let me see. Scale. Don't use UI scale. Maybe I had it at 90%. I don't know. Let's go a bit bigger. Oh yeah, this works. I had it at 90%. Okay, this makes sense. So now everything is bigger, and if you have like a even bigger resolution, you can use that. Otherwise, just go smaller if everything would be too big. As you can see here, everything will be like a little bit more or a little bit smaller, and you can then like move stuff around. Like if you're gonna test it again, like Dominoes, okay, you can see now the Dominoes action bars are here wrong, so you can just go to type / Dominoes and move those action bar 2 from the position 9, like with your arrow keys up, or just drag him, doesn't matter, and you can just change stuff around this way. Same goes for the chat background. This is just a weak hour. If you can see, like in CaithUI Classic, you have like this chat frame weak hour. You can just move it around and place it wherever you see it fit to your interface. So let's just revert everything back to normal. Let's go to UI scale. Let's go back to 90. I think it should be 90 for me, right? And put Dominoes back at the bar where it belongs. Okay, yeah, if you don't like the sidebars, as I told earlier, you can just disable them, and they're gone. It's very easy. You can even make it like only appear when your mouse crosses over the frame. So if you want to do that, you can go to the right click on the action bar. For example, go to fading and change the opacity to 0 when it's fade outed, and same goes for this one. And then if you mouse over, they will like appear only when you mouse over and then stay there for a set amount of time. So you can customize like the action bars to have them like here appear neatly on the side. Yeah, that's it for me. I hope you enjoy the interface. I'm very pleased with it myself, and I'm happy that you guys want to try them out, and I got lots of positive feedback. So yeah, leave a comment if you like it, and if you have any more suggestions or like additional feedback, I'm always intrigued to just hear about it. So yeah, I'm Case, so see you next time. Bye bye.